Viewers, welcome to Shadhok Chess Home. Candidates 2022-21 round 8, CARUANA versus MVL, the most explosive game of the day, and perhaps the entire event was CARUANA versus MVL. It happened in the poison pawn variation of the Nasdaq. Let's see the moves from the games. CARUANA played white d4, and MVL played c5, knight f3, d6, d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, and bishop g5. MVL opens the bishop on f8 by playing e6. Now f4 by CARUANA, queen b6, attack the b6 pawn, b2 pawn, and queen d2, a gambit. The poison pawn variation in the Sicilian Nassdorf. CARUANA and MVL had already discussions in the line at the Tata Steel Masters 2021 earlier in this year. MVL had lost that game and due to an opening mistake. This time he wanted to take revenge. So queen takes b2, rook b1 attacks the queen, and now e5. Takes a space advantage and attacks the knight, and MVL counters with a6 and bishop a4, say the important bishop, and d e5 and f e5, and knight back to d7. Now knight e4 is played, and queen takes a2 pawn. Again 2 pawn is captured, rook to d1, queen back to d5, attack the e4 knight, and pawn also, pawn on e5 is also attacked. So queen e3 protecting the knight, and queen takes e5. Black captured 3 pawns with the queen, and now c3, the first new move of the game, a position where almost everyone goes bishop e2. CARUANA played c3 here. The idea of this move is to block queen a5 check as many times. Black uses that tempo to solidify his position. Now bishop c5 and bishop g3, queen d5, now bishop c4. The most shocking move of the game was bishop c4 by CARUANA. What is amazing about this move is the fact that this has not been played in correspondences as well. Okay, let's queen takes the sacrifice material. Now bishop d6. Nice move. White is preventing castle, and also plans to take the c5 bishop and then fork on d6 with the knight on e4. Let's see, but knight f6, a nice defensive move, best defensive move you can say in this position. So knight takes on c5, and now knight e4, knight d5, and queen e5, and attacks the ace pawn, g pawn. It's another move to test MVL's defensive skill, and MVL defends the g7 pawn and asks white what exactly can he do with his activity. Fabian had to sacrifice on e6, but it led to a queen exchange. Knight into e6. Queen exchange is forced now. Check, and it's a fork. The most critical moment of the game until now, MVL has defended tremendously. How would you continue as a black? Your knight on c3 is hanging, so your rook. Here it was important to save the rook with rook a7. Yes, it might seem a bit passive after castling and rook into c3. But saving the rook can help to hold the game for black. And we'll save the knight here, and the rook after castling. It's a check, and king to g6, and the rook is taken. Gave up. Emil gave up on rook. Gave up his rook on a8. This gave Fabian a small but nagging edge. Now this position looks much closer to equality. That an advantage for white, a slight advantage for white. Modern engine thinks that black's 2 queens 8 pawns are not fine, and sooner or later they will fall. But at the same time, the 2 rooks and bishop for white can coordinate to launch a decisive attack on the g7 square. Attacking the knight. An exchange is best when you are up material, or exchange up. Check. The pawn is pinned on f6. take. What is the objective evaluation of this position? We reach a position which is theoretically draw according to the 6 main table bases, but it is important to understand where is that that we should place our knight, and the right spot for the knight is to be on g7, where it defends the f5 square. So next move here. And now this was Maxim Lagrave's last chance to hold the draw. Where do you move the knight? You have to choose the right circuit here, knight c7. So MVL inaccurately moved the knight on e7, then this occurs. White now plays after this. The white king simply moved to s5. So continuing the moves. And the final move of the game, the black king has been smoked out and the f6 pawn is about to fall. I think if you enjoy the game of FIDE candidates 2020 to 21, CARUANA beat the Nasdorf poison pawn variation line. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel.